For years in my cancer clinic, I've seen how discrimination doesn't just hurt feelings, it makes people sick. Stress from discrimination causes high blood pressure, heart diseases, and strokes. It reactivates HPV, leading to throat cancer in white women and deadly cervical cancer in Hispanic women. It contributes to aggressive prostate cancer in Black men, not because of biology, but because of stress, unequal care, delayed diagnosis, and lower access to treatment. And I've seen the other side of the coin, people taken advantage of through overtreatment, overdosing, and unnecessary procedures. They become prey, not to physicians, but to a system controlled by pharmaceutical companies and the financial institutions behind them. I have seen women, Hispanic, Black, and even white, unable to find work. And when they do, they are paid up to 40% less. This wage gap becomes a health gap. It leaves families uninsured or unable to pay their copay. It leads to delayed care, inferior care, and even death. I've seen how the media portrays Black, Hispanic, Muslim, and Middle Eastern people as inferior or dangerous. This discrimination leads to depression and, in many cases, to drug addiction. When you see a person on drugs, do not think it's his choice. It's the last resort he has. And solving the problem of drugs in our society starts with solving discrimination and racism. I have seen those with the highest qualification for a job not getting that position unless they belong to the elite. These are not stories. This is life. This is not about biology. This is about a system that does not care about people. A system that created a society that now cannot trust. A society that gives up hope, gives up vote. Now we ask the critical question, who benefits? Those who turn our society into tears and are allowed to discriminate against everyone who is not an elite. Major Wall Street firms, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, mega donors, and largest banks were built from roots of discrimination. They monopolized the system, monopolized the media, monopolized the healthcare, the war industry, and even Congress. They influence spoken words, movie screens, health insurance prices, pharmaceutical drugs, your rent, the HOA, and even your dignity. When you see these high-rise buildings, know that their foundations were built from the suffering of your grandparents and great-grandparents. This system did not appear overnight. A direct line from the past to today, where your health, wages, and even life expectancy depends on your race, gender, and zip code. A system built over hundreds of years, making money from your struggle. And the one institution that could change this, Congress, refuses to act. Those who have power to fix it and choose not to become part of the problem. Your congressman raises money for his election, but does not raise his voice to fix the system harming this community. He comes for your vote, then disappears. He voted to send 14 billion of this country's wealth to support military action in the Middle East, an action that has caused devastating harm to innocent children in Gaza when his own party was in charge. And now, with the other party leading, he goes on TV every day opposing the very same war. This is not someone who is voting for the people of this district. This is someone who is voting the way party leaders tell him to protect his political position and secure campaign funding. Congress cares only about two things: the mega donors, financial powers, corporations, and fighting the other half of the Congress, the other half of America, while your life, your dignity, and the system of discrimination are forgotten. A system where Congress refuses to act because staying in power depends on pleasing those who profit from your struggle. A system that crushed everyone who challenged it, from presidents to civil rights leaders, JFK and MLK, to anyone who dares. But make no mistake, we together have the power, the courage today to make a difference. I know this district, every corner, every sorrow, I have seen your excitement to bring change. I have seen your response to the calling. I have seen your willingness to fight the system of corruption and discrimination. And I know we have the courage to lead this fight. Here is what they fear the most. We are not the minority. We are the majority of workers, families, and voters, the voice they have ignored until now. So here is the solution. We have to restore a Congress that works for people, not for corporations. We eliminate wage gaps and workplace discrimination. We reform healthcare to one that everyone can afford and guarantee equal access and equal dignity. We invest in schools and prepare our kids for future shaped by new technology. We hold media accountable for stereotyping. We empower our communities, every street, every neighborhood, every family. And the cost of this change should not fall on taxpayers, but on the very institutions that profited from decades of inequity. I'm running for Congress in Colorado's 6th district with one mission: to restore Congress, to respect your voice and dignity, and to reform a healthcare system that is killing our communities. I have fought for my patients one by one, but this fight must be for everyone. This is not Black Rock District, not Wall Street District, not Cross District. This is our district, an independent district. And the change in America begins here, in this district. You are not defined by numbers, but by your voice, your courage, and your action. Those who have never voted before, as their voices were dismissed, are ready today to speak out. A single stroke of your pen, your vote, will shape the future of this country. Walk with me. Let us restore this country together.